through the misty fells, where the lake winds cry, with a map in hand and a twinkle in his eye. The hills echo steps of a wandering soul. A silver fox grins as he reaches his goal.
Well, good morning. Okay, so we're just on we were meant to be up in the mountains this morning, but as usual the great British forecasters have got it absolutely totally wrong. That's where we were meant to be going, up into them clouds there. So supposedly it's a better forecast for the next few days. We shall see, but I can't just sit in, I've got to get out. So we're just having a nice little mooch around Tal-y-Llyn. So it won't be very far and it probably won't take us very long, but there's no rush. It's, what time is it? 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, so what can we see from here? Well, obviously the lake, and then we've got the Tal-y-Llyn Hotel there. You can just see peeping around the corner of the church where we're staying, and this above us is the ridgeline of Greig Goch. Not a massive lake, it's Tal-y-Llyn, so we'll just have a mooch around. We're probably not going to walk actually around it because there's no real footpath the other side and it's quite a busy road. So we're just gonna have a walk around. We're gonna make it up. I've got the maps on my phone, so we'll just see where we get to. But we've got some interesting things on the way which I'll show you. So yeah, let's get cracking. So Tal-y-Llyn Lake gets its name after the hamlet of Tal-y-Llyn. It's not a big lake, it's about 220 acres in area, and it's not very deep at all. Its average depth is only about 3 meters. So I can't imagine there's a Tal-y-Llyn monster, to be honest, because he's not got much to hide in. Yeah, so that's the end where the church is the top of the bottom end of the lake, and then it spans up there, and we can actually see where the white houses are. That's the top end. So yeah, so it's not massive, but it's a beautiful area. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. The sun's trying to break through. Look up there. So he did say from about 10 o'clock, but that's too late for me when we're here on holiday. I like to get my walks done first thing, then they're done and dusted then, and then we've got the whole day to do what we want. So this is a path that I've walked many times. Every time we come here, we have a wander down here. So yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Love it here, absolutely love it. point of interest on this little mooch is the creepy abandoned house of Pentre Farm. So we've been coming here now 6 years and it's been abandoned ever since. I've never yet plucked up the courage to go and have a look, but I might today on the way back. Yeah, might have a mooch up there and see what we can see. That's a walk I've done a couple of years ago now, before I was doing filming. There is a footpath that goes up to the side of that ravine and up to Mac, which is an absolutely stunning location. I'll have to do that again now that I'm filming, because it's absolutely beautiful up there. It really is. So yeah, I'm not sure whether this area is still farmed. I think it might be, because there's always sheep around, but there's certainly no one living in that house. I think we'll take a closer look later on the way back. These are all the buildings. Very dishevelled looking buildings, but yeah, it will take a look. We'll take a look up there on the way back, I think. See what there is to see in the creepy old farmhouse of Pentre Farm. Stunning views again. Up to Great Gock. The cloud does seem to be lifting. That ridge line's about 550 metres and the cloud was lower than that this morning when I got up, so it does lift. It is going to lift. So yeah, fingers crossed. There's the top end of Tal-y-Llyn, and we've been walking 25 minutes, so you can see it's not the biggest lake in the world, but it's very beautiful. And if you've watched the first video of the Wales trip and you saw us on the Mary Jones Way, well, after the church you pick up this track, and this is part of the Mary Jones Way. So this is kind of another part of that walk, that long distance walk that me and Mossy did 18 months ago now. So very shortly, I've walked this path many a time, but very shortly you're going to go on a new path for me. There's a public footpath that cuts off right from here and branches off past the end of the lake and heads towards the road, and then we've got a bit of road walking for a bit. It's a lovely walk, so quiet and peaceful. So there we go. You can see that's where we are on the map, where that little purple arrow is, and we're going to chuck a right here and follow that footpath across the marches, and eventually it hits the road. So as I say, it's not a path I've used before, so this is new to me, so chances are we'll probably end up sinking into the bog or something like that, but we'll give it a go. It's all about trial and error, isn't it? So yeah, so off this track and then we're down onto, oh, in fact look, there's the remnants of the public footpath sign, look. So yeah, we're on the right track. It's still a public footpath, so let's get going, see what it is. That's not too bad actually. It looks, I think I can see a stile straight ahead, so yeah, or another bridge, one or two. But I was expecting this ground to be very marshy and boggy, but it's not, to be honest. I thought we'd seen all these reeds, it could be a bit dicey, but anyway, it's not. So where are we now? So there's the main road, so that's looking straight down Tal-y-Llyn back to the hotel on the left, and then you won't be able to make it out. I can just about make out the church roof in the trees, but a pretty bright sky heading out west, so that looks promising. But then looking here, if anybody's seen the jets doing the low level training on the Mac loop, this is where they come down. So you can just about see, I think I can see the road, so they come down that gap, and then just here they hang a left and head on into the Mac Loop. Yeah, fantastic. And these are, it's clearing, look, these are the slopes leading up to Tal-y-Llyn Lake, which we hope to be on one of our walks this week. But yeah, so it's definitely clearing, so the forecasters may be onto something, but time will tell. But yeah, so we're just following this track through the marshes, as yeah, it's definitely a bridge here, I can see it, and then it brings us out onto the road, and then we've got a bit of road walking for maybe half a mile. There we go, plot your way through. It's not marshy at all. Plot your way through these reeds. You're heading for this little copse of trees here. I'll put the coordinates on the screen, and then behind them you can see the yellow post which marks a footpath, and then here, look, the gate over a bridge. So yeah, that was pretty easy, that was. Pretty easy. And then I'm assuming I'm heading for that gate over there, but we'll check the map. Yep, it is that gate. The sheep are leading me there, and I can see the little footpath sign on the post, so that's the one we're looking for. We'll go across that field, and then we're following that footpath through there that takes us to the road. There we can see, just in the clouds up there, is Craig Lewid, which is one of the summits on the way up to Tal-y-Llyn Lake on the Minford path. That takes you eventually onto Craig Cwmac, and then following it round, and then we can't see Tal-y-Llyn Lake's top of Pentre, which is that direction but a bit further on. So yeah, so we're just on this footpath now onto the road for a short stretch. Also onto the road for possibly 10 minutes max, I would say, before we branch off left and head back onto the section of the Mary Jones Way. Although you're not on it for too long, you do have to be very mindful. It is a very busy road, this, and the cars, as I was saying on my last walk, the cars drive ridiculously fast. So whilst you're not on it for very long, just do be mindful. Walk on the correct side of the road for walkers, so you face the oncoming traffic. So we've got traffic coming towards us. Obviously it's a bit different on bends, probably best to cross on the bends. But yeah, on the straights, make sure you walk facing the oncoming traffic. So there we go, so the low level jets in the Mac Loop, they'll come careering towards us down this valley, and then they'll hang a left and they'll go up over there and head down the Corris Valley. Every now and then you'll get the big transporter planes will carry on and fly right over our church, but yeah, mainly they come down here and then up and over there. Well, that's our short bit of road walking done, and we're just going to hang a left now, which takes us back onto the track we were on earlier before we left it. $100 yards, 200 yards through that gate. We've got a choice here. We can either go over the bridge, or we can see what the Ford's doing. Well, we want to have a look at the Ford first. Add a bit of excitement to this video. If not, we'll have to go over the bridge. But let's have a look at the Ford first. See how deep it is. Oh, that's not going to cause us an issue, I don't think. We'll give the Ford a go. It might look good for the video, but my feet are now soaked. It was a little bit deeper in the middle than I thought it was going to be. It probably, well, it went over my, I've only got hiking shoes on today, so it went over them, so I've now got wet feet, but there you go. There we go. So yeah, lovely little spot. Absolutely beautiful. And then, as I say, this is the track that we were on earlier before we left it. This gate we're coming up to now always makes me chuckle. So as you're walking towards it, your instant reaction is this side is the side that you have to open because it's got the cord on it, but no, these are actually the hinges. This is the side you open. So, and it's because it's a big old heavy gate. Yeah, that's the side you open. These pieces of cord here are the hinges. I do love this. Is a prime example of nature reclaiming its land back. So where we turned off the main road onto this track, it used to be a road. There is a give way sign there and everything. You've seen the picture. I put a picture of that house. That's the only property other than the farm. But yeah, you can see how the grass is starting to grow in the middle and the ferns are starting to encroach from the side. So a few more years and you probably find that this will be just a grassy trod. Not in my lifetime, but yeah, that's a prime example of nature. When we keep away from it, it starts to take its rightful ownership back. There we go, that's me reached the point earlier where we branched off this track. So we branched off a bit further down there and came down there and went over that little bridge. So yeah, we're back on the track we were on before now. Okay, so this hill above us here is Pentre, and then this impressive looking crag here on the left is Graig D. As I say, I've walked up that ravine, or to the side of that ravine. Absolutely fantastic. So Pentre means we're approaching the abandoned Pentre Farm. So when we get there, I think we're going to have a look around, see what we can see. We're getting a bit closer. I mean, I am on a public footpath now. Public footpath goes through that gate on the main track, and then there's a gate to the right, and this is a public footpath, and you can see it there just going to the right of the house. But we're gonna have a look in. Nobody lives here. Nobody can live here. It's in the right state. We're up and on it. I mean, look at that view. There's no way of getting in. I thought there might be a way of getting in, but there isn't. No. Sorry chaps. I generally thought there might be a way of getting in and having a snoop around, but it all looks like it's been boarded up. But look. Look whether you can see anything. No, not really. Oh, that's disappointing. I was hopefully going to try and get in. Anyway, there's an open door here, but it doesn't lead anywhere. It's just kind of an outhouse, really. Yeah. Oh, but the closest I've ever been to it since I've been walking past it. Unfortunately, it's all been boarded up. But why would you let a place like this go a rack and ruin? Huh? Why? This is the front door. I don't know whether you can get in or not. No, it's locked. Ah, that's disappointing. Very disappointing. I was hoping to try and get in and show you some real good stuff, but never mind. Nothing we can do about it. And there you go. The abandoned farm of Pentre. So let's get back on the main path and let's get heading back. Right, I'm about 15 minutes to the cottage, so I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. I hope you've enjoyed it, something a little different. We will be back in the mountains tomorrow. So from the banks of Tal-y-Llyn and the geese, I'll bid you farewell and we'll see you in the mountains the next time. Definitely in the mountains next time. Okie dokie, thanks for watching. Take care.